So yesterday we had done the scope attribute, right? So there are two types of scope. What are they? Primarily they are singleton scope and prototype scope, right? Now we will explore some more attributes of the bean tag. Okay. So here, if you observe, okay, I'll uncomment this now. I just wanted to you all to see why that line was printing, so we had commented it. So now there is one more attribute. Okay, what are we injecting these? No, these first four things. These are the primitives, right? The primitive go by value, so primitive. And the last two are non-primitive, so they are reference. So what we can do is we can also, there is one more attribute of a bean. Let's say I copy this bean and I paste it. So here I will not pass the references. So have I done any dependency injection? No. So this bean will be made using which constructor? The constructor which has four arguments, right? So do we have that constructor? So we should have that constructor, no? Which has four arguments. This is six argument constructor. So we have to copy this and paste it and have those four arguments. Okay. So now these are not passed. Only four arguments. So now when I get the bean C3, we'll initialize the first four things. Okay. Let's say it is Audi Q3 red color for 3000 units. Okay. But now how do I inject the non-primitives? So for that, what I say to the IOC container, Autowire. What do I say? Now Autowire is of two types, by type and by name. So if I see over here, by type and by name. So if I say by type, okay. So I am giving the decision to the IOC container that you please search what does the car need, what are the dependencies of the car, what are which two, engine and gear. Engine of which class, which package engine? Model. So I tell the IOC container that I need an engine and a gear, right? Because the car needs engine and gear also. But I tell the IOC container that you auto wire it. Auto wire it means if you get any bean which is of type com.enumtech.model.engine, com.enumtech.model.gear, you please inject it into this. Now the IOC container will go in search of the beans whose class is of com.enumtech.model. So it gets one engine, it gets two engine, right? And it gets one gear and it gets two gear. So if I send you that Umar go and get a cold drink, and I give you 100 rupees. You tell, sir, they have Pepsi also and they have Coca-Cola also. So you'll have two options, right? So again, you will not be able to make a decision. So if they had only one brand, it would have become easy for you to make a decision. So here there will be an exception. Okay, unsatisfied dependency injection. Which exception will come, and what will be the reason of that? So it requires one bean, but it has got two beans, right? So if I save this, so there will be unsatisfied dependency injection, unsatisfied dependency exception occurring at beans. So it will say requires one but has got two, right? So let's run this. So I'll run any of the driver app. I'll run this driver app, no problem, because it will still load the IOC container. So this will 100% give me an exception. See, something has broken, and what is that exception? Yeah. What is the exception? I have highlighted the exception, unsatisfied dependency, and read it in which bean? Bean, bean C3. And what is the reason? It wants to inject engine. What it wants to inject? And it wants one, but it has got two. It says what? Expected single. It is saying I am expecting how much? But found two. So now one of the bean has to back out. So I will tell the bean number two that you don't participate in auto wiring. So I will make this a bean as auto wire candidate false. What will I say? Now this bean will not participate in auto wiring. So how many options do I have now? Okay. And then the same issue will come at the gear also, right now. So now if I sort this out and again run, I will again get the exception, but now I will get at the gear. Now it is giving at property engine. Now the same issue will occur at gear also now, because the car needs a gear and we have two gears. See, again it has broken, and again it has given which unsatisfied dependency exception, and now at which property wants single and has got. So now I will say one of the gear should again back out. So let's say gear number two, I say what? Autowire candidate false. Okay. Now it will inject. Now it will auto wire. So means it is the IOC container's decision that I am not telling you what non-primitive to dependency inject. You please take the decision on yourself, right? Primitives I am telling you, non-primitives whatever are there, you please inject it, auto wire them. What do I mean by? Just auto wire them. So IOC container will go in search of the satisfied beans. So I am saying auto wire by type means I am in need of engine and gear. But engine and gear of which package? Com model dot enumtech dot engine. So if you have any bean, see we have an engine in the package 26, right? Here also we have an engine. So if the bean would have belonged to this package, then which is this bean? if my bean would have belonged to this package, would it inject it? No, because the car, our car needs the dependency of engine. Which engine? The engine, this package engine, right? Yes. So that's why this will not work. So the package name should be correct. Okay. Now I have one engine because this is Autowire candidate false. Now I have one gear. This is Autowire candidate false. Now the things will work, and when it will make the car C3, it will inject which engine? 1000 electric Tesla 100, and which gear? 7 Tata 50. Okay. So I'll make one more driver app to show you all. Driver app for Autowire. Autowire. Okay. So now I come here and we remove all this stuff not required. All has been done, and now we need, so which bean? C3. C3 will be for car. So as it is in a different package, we have to import it, right? So this car 3 will be made for engine 1 and gear 1, right? So this is your Tesla engine and a Tata gear. Okay, still it is saying some problem. Unsatisfied dependency injection with bean 3 expect through gear. No expected 1 and getting 2. Why? Now do we have one more gear below? G1 and G2. Autowire candidate default. I should have written what? So default is true. Default is true, it means, right? Okay, injected now. The car Audi Q3 has a Tesla engine and a Tata gear. Okay. So now imagine if I would have 5 engines. Imagine I would have 5 engines. Engine E1, engine E2, then E3, engine E4, engine E5. So how many engines do I have to do Autowire candidate false now? Okay, because it will conflict. And if I would have 5 gears, so how many gears do I have to do Autowire candidate false? So, so that will become too cumbersome. Imagine if I have 100 engines and 100 gears, inject one, I have to make 99 false, false, false. That is not making sense. So what we can do is we can use Autowire by name. Autowire by control space bar, Autowire by name. Now what Autowire by name does is, this is which class? Car class. Car class needs dependency of engine, and which class engine? Which package? Engine, and com dot interpreted model dot gear. And what is the name of the reference of the engine and gear? So so what it does over here, if I say by name, it says look for a bean who is of com.enumtech.model.engine and whose reference is also engine. Same class name, same reference name. So here, this is the class name and this is the reference name. So inject which engine? Yeah. So now I don't have to make anything Autowire false. Yeah, and the ID cannot be duplicate. So look for a engine of this class and this ID. Let the other engine also be Autowire candidate, no problem. And gear, it will, let me make this as gear. Okay. So to our, see, these are might be consumed somewhere. This E1 was consumed somewhere, right? In car one, I guess in the car one. See, it was consumed over here, right? So we will not touch E1. We'll keep it E1 as it is. E1, E2, E3, E4, E5, and G1. And now I will not have any Autowire candidate false. Now all are eligible, right? So I will make the engine E3 as engine 1, as the engine which I want to inject. Okay. So we can have 1500, okay, diesel engine from Volvo, and 150 units, and the gear 3. So I can put this car one below. The order of the bin doesn't matter. I'm just grouping them together as per their class names, so that it becomes easy to for us to trace them. So G1, G2, G3, I will make the gear which I want to inject. Okay. So let's say it's a 12 lever gear made from BMW, and it is of 100 units. Okay. So now all are Autowire candidate. But when I say to this car C3, Autowire by name, so what will it Autowire? It will Autowire that engine whose name, whose class name is engine and whose ID is the name same as the reference name, and gear whose class name is gear and same as the reference name. Okay, so this is Autowire by and Autowire by name. So earlier it had injected the Tesla engine and the Tata gear. Now it will inject the Volvo engine and the BMW gear. So let's run. Okay, now see what it has done. The Volvo diesel engine and the BMW gear. So this is called Autowire. Okay,